This is an opportunity for all of us to leverage technology and get ahead of the curve versus trying to hustle for another like, another subscribe, another follow, or whatever the case may be. Using artificial intelligence in a simple free program, I was able to take this classic book of mine and turn it from this to this. My book, Bring Your Worth, Level Up Your Creative Power, Value, and Service to the World came out several years ago. Using an artificial intelligence program for free called Midjourney.com, I was able to change it into something that was visual, something that was bigger, something that was fresh and new, exposing myself to an entirely new audience. This is so important to understand this new technology that's available free right now, that we're able to get as creators in front of the technology curve instead of being behind it and trying to catch up. Here's how I did it. Step 1, figure out exactly what you want to visualize. Now, I'm a writer, I am not an artist, but if you think about the work that you do, you think about a play that you've written, about a poem, think about those passages, those areas in your book that work really, really well visually. This is a visual program that allows you to illustrate the stuff that you're putting into the AI program. My particular passage I thought about was from Bring Your Worth. It talks about a ritual that monks go through, and this ritual applies to how we can harness our creativity and our power. The original passage says this: in one nonfiction book, I read about highly spiritual monks investigating potentially dangerous religious areas. Now, this is a computer, so the Midjourney.com, so you want to keep it relatively simple. So I broke that down into 6 simple words: monks investigating potentially dangerous spiritual areas. Step 2, you go over to Midjourney.com and sign up. They actually have something called a Discord. Discord is very similar to, say, WhatsApp or other types of messaging services. The whole AI program is right on there, so it's like you joining a group chat. You go and sign up for Discord if you have to. Discord is free. It's just like signing up for WhatsApp or another messaging app. Once you get in there, you can join one of the group chats that's named Newbie. Newbie means someone that's new to it. In other words, you or I. So someone that doesn't know what they're doing about it yet. Once you get into one of the newbie parts, that's one of the group chats that's where it gets exciting. You'll see everyone else putting in their particular words and getting these beautiful images. For you to get started, this is number 3. You want to do /imagine. Type in /imagine and then type in that particular passage. Monks investigating potentially dangerous spiritual areas. You type that in, or whatever your passage is in, and then you wait. In my case, it was like 2 or 3 minutes. And you'll see all the other cool images that people are creating while you're waiting. And then suddenly, it spits it out. And it'll spit out 4 distinct images based on your phrase. It is fantastic. Once you get these images, you can upscale them, which is another way of saying making them more high resolution, or you can actually have the computer start over again, go back to the drawing board based on your phrase by hitting the little refresh button. That's it. You go ahead and you save them on your computer, make sure you follow the terms and conditions, and then use the images how you like. In my case, so I took the audio from the audiobook, put the image against it, added some text talking about whatever was on the screen, and then suddenly it goes from an audiobook, which seemed like it ran its course, to a new way to experience my writing and for y'all to connect with it, visually, auditorially, and otherwise. It's turned into something multimedia. This is so important for a few different reasons. First of all, if we get involved with this, it can give us inspiration. If we've got writer's block, if we're not sure where to go with our play or our book or our poem or whatever, even if you're working on a startup or some type of big idea, those images that are being created through the AI, they can get you to the next level. Number 2, it gives people like myself, I couldn't draw myself out of a paper bag. It gives us the leverage to create cool stuff and have images to accompany our stuff. None of the books that I've published, even the best-selling ones, none of them have images. Suddenly, this is changing the way that I'm viewing my work and the way that, frankly, other people like yourself view my work. The third opportunity is for us to remix and reimagine what we can do as creators. So often we're at the backside of technology. We're on social media trying to hustle for a like when social media started 25, 30 years ago. We're on the wrong end of the stick. this with Midjourney, particularly with it being free for the first couple of dozen images you create at this moment. That's why I'm encouraging you to get involved. This is an opportunity for all of us to leverage technology and get ahead of the curve versus trying to hustle for another like, another subscribe, another follow, or whatever the case may be. So it's a great opportunity. Definitely check it out, and be sure and check out the video. Now, if you're looking to leverage technology, but you don't want to worry about social media, I got you covered. Be sure and watch the next episode where I talk about how to make an impact without being on social media.